Hi, my name is Chris Ravenscroft, and this is Beauty Gourmet. Thank you so much for joining me for this program. Today, I wanted to talk about a problem that's a big problem for me, and I think it might be a big problem for a lot of women, and that's excess estrogen. We actually have a love-hate relationship with estrogen. When balanced, estrogen can make a person more quote-unquote feminine in a really beautiful way. It helps support our organs. It can just be a wonderful hormone for us. But when unbalanced, excess estrogen can be literally the bane of our existence. For example, among many other health issues, excess estrogen can fuel cellulite, varicose veins. If you have a pear-shaped body like mine, raise your hand. Mine is high in the air. This imbalance can be particularly important. There is actually believed to be a very real association between excess estrogen and cellulite that accumulates specifically on the hips and thighs. In fact, it's a main instigator of a growing cellulite problem. Women, especially premenopausal women with too much estrogen, tend to have that pear-shaped body with more weight at the hips. And the reason for this, just to get scientific for a second, is we have both alpha and beta estrogen receptors in that area, that thigh-hip region. And when stimulated, the alpha receptors cause fat cells to produce fat, while the beta receptors break down fat. And here's the rub. Women have almost 9 times the amount of these fat-causing alpha receptors for every one fat breaking down beta receptor in this area. That is 9 times the fat producing receptors to break down receptors. Honestly, who thought that was okay? This is also, coincidentally, I don't think so, the area with the most estrogen receptors in general. So estrogen is going to play a huge role with what's happening in this area. So if you want to have weight loss in this area, having estrogen balanced in your body is going to go a long way. Excess estrogen, or having your hormones balanced in general, is going to also affect your metabolism. And as we all know, we want to have a quicker metabolism, not overly quick, but we want to be that type of person who can eat something and not automatically wear it on our hips, right? And having these hormones in balance is also going to contribute to that. Another thing excess estrogen will do is, it will contribute to acne. Actually, if you break out a lot on your chin, often that is going to be a hormonal acne reaction, and balancing out your estrogen is going to go a long way to helping with those types of hormonal breakouts, right? Because you may no longer be a teenager, yet you're still breaking out like one. So excess estrogen and having your hormones out of balance is a big deal. We're talking varicose veins, cellulite, acne, lower metabolism. So this is something that you're definitely going to want to try to solve. The next solution we're going to talk about for getting rid of bad estrogens and or balancing out your estrogens is a supplement. And first I want to say that, of course, you should always consult with your doctor about supplements. Supplements are very individual and personalized, and you should always start taking supplements under a physician's care. So with that in mind, a great supplement I love is called MSM. MSM provides biologically active sulfur, which is actually the fourth most plentiful mineral in the body, and it's needed for so many functions every single day. So when you put MSM on board, you're not only helping your hormones be balanced, but you're helping a slew of other beauty functions that'll brighten your skin, and you'll just look amazing. I love MSM. But specifically for this talk today and for this program, MSM is methylated, and it goes right into the liver, and it helps methylate the bad estrogen. So, you can see a trend here. We're trying to put things on board that will help you break down these bad estrogens in your liver to get them ready to be removed from the body. But here's the rub. When you take these substances in your liver and your liver functions well and it breaks down the bad estrogens, gets them to be removed through the digestion system, what could happen in your digestion is, if there are not the appropriate compounds that will bind on to those estrogens to remove them from the body, they could actually get reabsorbed back into your system. So you can put all this wonderful stuff on board, you could break down these bad estrogens, get them ready to leave, and then they re-enter the body, causing havoc once again. So the way we do this is something called lignans, and lignans are found in leafy greens. And what you're going to want to do is use just a ton of leafy greens. Again, leafy greens, you're going to hear these repeated the same. You may learn different reasons that these foods are good for you, but at the end of the day, you're going to hear a lot of repeated foods. Some of these, leafy greens, they have minerals, they have vitamins. I mean, they're just absolutely amazing, good for you. They're cleansing. But one of the things they're going to help do is, after your liver has done all of this effort with breaking down these estrogens, they're going to make sure that your body can remove them permanently and they can stop causing damage. Another vegetable group that's super valuable for removing estrogens is cruciferous vegetables. Once again, because they contain DIM, which supports the liver detoxification of estrogens. So here's another group of vegetables that is going to go ahead and help you break down those estrogens so that they can be sent to the digestive system for removal. And cruciferous vegetables, for those who don't know, we're talking broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kale, everyone loves eating kale now, etc. My favorite way to eat, because if you want to get the DIM value from cruciferous vegetables, you're probably going to have to eat a lot of them, and that might seem daunting. Or at least for someone like me, I don't mind broccoli, but I don't want to eat a lot of it. But most of us can actually eat a significant amount of kale, surprisingly. A great way to eat kale, of course, is in massaged. If you've never massaged your kale in a salad, you can put a little oil on it, a little salt maybe, or just the oil if you want to start just there and just a touch, and then massage it with your hands. And you can do this for minutes at a time until you reach the tenderness that you like. And it can almost become like cooked if you really continue to massage it. That's a wonderful, quick, easy way to eat raw kale. And my favorite way to eat red cabbage is in a salad. I personally use my spiralizer. You can actually spiralize if you're familiar with those. Those are those appliances that are, you can crank to shred vegetables. So you can actually do this and spiralize an entire head of cabbage. You can see YouTube videos on that. And so I like mine sliced very thin. And then I add lemon juice, unfiltered olive oil, and sea salt. And I just let that sit and marinate, and it breaks down the cabbage. and then I make an enormous bowl of that. I leave it in the refrigerator, and I eat that pretty much throughout the entire day. I could consume large amounts of that. And I feel like that's super helpful for this as well. So you have to find for cruciferous vegetables, some people love cauliflower, and it's kind of the vegetable of the day, but I find that a lot of times you have to add a lot of cheese, be it dairy or plant-based cheeses, to make it palatable. If you're making it in a pizza crust, or people are making bread out of cauliflower, rice out of cauliflower. So if cauliflower is your thing, there's so many ways to enjoy it right now. So the general point here is that if you recognize these symptoms, if you're pear-shaped, cellulite, varicose veins, there's a lot of reasons for varicose veins, and even for cellulite, there's more than one. But if you start seeing a lot of these symptoms, then you start thinking, well, maybe this could be my problem. And if you start handling it naturally through foods and supplements that are good for you, either way will do wonderful things for you and your liver, then this might be a good approach to see if this works for you if you've been frustrated with some of these issues. So thank you so much for listening and joining me for this program, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.